Explain to me what did you think? How are you, Kimmy? Kimmy, Kimmy, Kim talks unscripted. How you feel?
I feel like, what the hell did I just watch?
No, come on.
I, Sinatra, she just dirty.
This is
She's
true.
just dirty. She just evil. Just ain't no good in her. Not even a little bit.
This is true.
But I am trying to piece some stuff together. I got questions about one or two things. And why in the world who I thought was Alex may not be Alex.
But we dealt with that.
I know we dealt with it, but we ain't finished dealing with it.
Okay.
And
So
they should, okay, go ahead.
let me start here. Did you enjoy it, or are you just
I
a big
did.
question
No,
mark
no,
over
I
your head?
did. I just got a question mark on some. I did enjoy it. It's never a dull moment with this show.
Not at
You
all.
know, it's never the part I wanted to see with Xavier finding his wife. I'm so glad because remember we talked the last time and it could have been a whole bunch of different ways. It could have
Yes.
been he could have been just hallucinating or some sort like that, dreaming. It could have just been, but what we found out tonight, it was true. She was there in the flesh.
Let me tell you something, okay? I was at my house in my bed watching this episode, and I want you to know I said out loud, she better have been alive. I know that much. She better have been alive. I literally said that out loud because I really did not want him to blink and she wasn't there. I just didn't want that. So that was good. That was okay. That's
that,
point
that
number
that
one.
part
I
was
agree
good.
with you. That was wonderful.
That was wonderful. Did you notice how that she's taken over raising this child being
Yes.
because they rescued him from his little drug addict parents
Yes.
and all of that kind of stuff. So she's taken on like the mother, for him, as well as Xavier has taken this baby, from, oh gosh, I forgot the lady's name that died doing childbirth. He's taken both.
Annie,
Annie. So they both are taking a child, another child,
which is
and
why he
raising them.
said we got to catch up. You still like children,
Right.
don't you?
Okay.
You still no. He
All
said
right.
you still like a baby. You still like
Yes.
babies.
As they're trying to make their journey back to their own children. Oh, and
Yes.
so, but I mean, that was okay. You kind of expected that when we found out that she was real, they're back together again. That was okay. They just played along with that role. But then we got to get to this other stuff,
What's
you
that?
know. Well, Presley, and that's Xavier's daughter, her and Sinatra's daughter are trying to piece some stuff together.
I'm happy about that. I did.
I
It's
am.
it's weird. It's weird because it's one of those unexpected alliances, but at the same time, I guess the show is has a lot of unexpected sequences in itself. So I guess we should be okay with that.
Yes, yes. So I'm cool with that. But um, see, Presley, she already knows something was up. She has really convinced Sinatra's daughter that her mother, Sinatra, is behind a lot of stuff that's going on.
Yeah.
Okay, but then let's gear over to something else. I feel like I'm all over the place, but just stay with me.
Okay.
Now, the president's daughter, I mean, president's son, him and that other guy that I thought was really, I thought that was Alex and Robinson. They have escaped out of that dungeon, kind of, sort of prison like.
Oh, so
And
you're saying you thought the creator of the technology in the bunker name was
was
Alex.
was Alex. I
Okay.
did
Okay, I got you.
because he helped create that, and he is the one. I mean, he's the brilliant mind behind that,
Yes.
you know.
Mm-hmm.
And so he's trying to show the president and Sinatra, which the president is getting on Sinatra's nerve. She really don't like him.
Mm-hmm.
And I ain't gonna go there. What
Oh,
he
you talking about the
sounds like to me.
flashbacks?
Yeah, the flashbacks, right?
Okay.
I was like, can you just shut up? Because this woman can't stand you, and you really starting to get on my nerves too. Because y'all don't even know why you even got the role of being president behind your daddy want you to be up there, but you should not be up there. But then,
Okay. I'm gonna say this
that's
out
going on.
loud. I'm gonna say this out
Go ahead and
loud,
say it.
and if they hear
Go
me,
ahead.
if they scale it, they can do whatever they want. I don't care. How you think George W. Bush ended up president?
Well, now you sure right. You sure right.
George H.W. was like, I want my son to be president. And
And,
he
and
was
he became
aligned with the right people to make it happen.
to make it happen. So this is done in everyday politics, everyday world.
Yes,
The
ma'am.
way the way that president was talking, all just crazy, all out of tune. I mean, he just didn't know what was really going on. At least at the way his personality was with Sinatra. So he was getting on her nerves. You could see it in her face. That goes along with what's in office right now. I mean,
Yep.
politics still the same to me. But anyway, don't come for me. I just threw that in for free.
Now,
So, but as far as Sinatra is up to something, she's hiding Alex. Because when that crew came down there, the one Annie had a child from,
mm-hmm.
that whole crew, it was like she is really protecting what she has in Alex, and she doesn't want nobody to know what's going on. She don't even want the name to be said. But notice how when she got ready to go, she grabbed his arm and asked how old he was, no, what day was his birthday, and both of them had a nosebleed. Did you get that connection?
Okay, so remember the guy talking about the multiverse? Do you remember that video I had
Yes,
sent you? Okay, so he was
yes.
talking about the multiverse and that what happens is when you're changing locations real quick, it's like you have this strange out of body experience or something of that nature where you're changing universes or the multiverse. You're going through really quickly, and so it's like a big spin. And so with that because your head does like a quick whip that we don't even see,
See,
that's the nosebleed.
okay, all right,
But
all right.
I want to make sure I heard everything you said. Go back again over Sinatra and what was his name again? what
Oh, I
what
can't
was
tell
his
you his
name?
name.
Was it something with a
Which
D?
one?
The guy that had the nosebleed.
Yes, what was his? Was it D?
What was it something with a D? Or was his name Alex? What was his name?
No,
I thought you
no,
just said it.
no. I didn't say his name. I didn't say his name. I did not. I'm trying to. Hmm. And I'm so bad with names. I'm so bad with names. I even went back to look at the cast just to see, make sure I get these names together. And they look so different from the characters that they play. I couldn't even figure out which one he was. But I don't know why I wanted to call him D. But nevertheless, when both of them, but it was only them two that. And remember, her guards and everybody that was in the background. It was like they might have gone through what we call this quantum leap thing. It just reminds me of the show,
That's a go. There you go.
Quantum Leap, and everything. And it was only them two in
Hi-
that
His name
felt
is
that
Link.
link. Okay, all right, okay. So it's like nobody else was, even though the other people were there, but it was only them two that experienced that.
Yep.
That was a question for me.
But she see, you brought that up. I was going to bring it up, but I gotta say something. So ooh,
So
ooh,
come
okay,
through.
okay.
Come
So
on.
when she asked him his birthday,
Uh huh.
she looked a certain type of way. I'm starting to think that Link is Dylan. Either
See,
Link is
that's
Dylan
what I was
or
thinking.
Link is Dylan reincarnated. One or the two.
That's what I was thinking. Because why would she want to ask him what was his birthday? What importance? What? How is that going to factor in? I just couldn't make that make sense. Why was that so important to know when his birthday was? See, those are my question marks. And so that's the first thing I thought of when they both hit the nosebleed, not because of quantum leap effect, as I like to call it,
Mm-hmm.
was like those two have something in common. What is it? Because it was only those two.
Yep.
But you got other folks that were he had his crew, even though they was a little further up because they had already left out of the so-called building to whatever they were in.
Mm-hmm.
Her crew, her guards was in the back of her, but there was the only two that was experiencing it. So that was my question mark. Now, I ain't gonna jump ahead of myself because I've been all over the place, but it's one thing that just made me just like it's about time. But I'm gonna let you speak on. I'm gonna let you bring it up. I'm gonna let you bring it up.
You sure?
Go ahead. I'm gonna
Okay,
let
well,
you do it.
I want to get back to Xavier and Terry and Mailman, Crazy Mailman.
Okay.
I was watching that and I just knew that I had this premonition and I was like, God, they saying these see I listen to cinematography now. I watch cinematography and I pay
Uh huh.
attention to the script. A lot of people don't
Uh
always
huh.
do that. You got to listen to what's being said while at the same time listen to what's not being said. So when he was talking to her and she wanted to go and he kept saying and he didn't want her to go and he said the next time he encounter her he would never let her out his sight and all that kind of stuff. When he was telling him about if he do the wrong thing, I'm telling you now, I'm gonna blast his head to the white meat. When he was telling him all of that, I mean telling her all of that, I started thinking he gonna misfire and kill his wife. That was my premonition. I don't know why I was thinking negative, but that's what I'm telling you. That's what I was thinking. And so when he walked over to the windows and she jumped in front of him and hugged him. I've seen that so many times on television where the
Mhm.
sharpshooters and things of that nature are supposed to be killing one person and they misfire and hit the good person. And I just was like, Lord, I can't take this. I don't want this to happen. I'm telling you now, because somebody gonna get hurt as if Terry go away. And so that was the thought I had. But anyway, I was happy to see that crazy mailman dude. I keep changing his name. Crazy mailman dude, came to his senses because
Mhm. Mhm.
Xavier is is a trained assassin. I need him to know. She said he will take you out.
Out. That's what she
Listen,
said.
okay? Listen. Don't
Mhm.
try my husband. Did she ever
Mhm.
say that he was a Secret Service agent? I don't remember.
No, no, no. I don't think so.
Okay.
I didn't hear
Yeah,
him
she
say
should have
that.
just said that and brother would have understood right away. Listen, my husband is a Secret Service agent. You need to let me go. I'm out. And then been done with it instead of stretching it out. But okay. So you deal with that. You deal with the revolution people on the train and everything like that. Talk to them.
Mhm.
Everybody was very understanding. I'm very happy about that. Baby, let me tell you
Come
something.
on,
See that psychiatrist? That's my girl. Let me tell you something.
baby.
I was a fan of
Gabrielle.
hers. I was a
I've
fan
been
of
waiting for
hers
you
when
to
she
say
was.
it. I've been waiting for you to bring it up.
I was a
I was
fan of
waiting.
her. Well, let me come on, sugar. I was a
Okay,
fan of
okay.
hers when she was on Person of Interest. If you never saw Person of Interest, you should go back and find that show. I believe it's on Paramount. But you should go back and find Person of Interest and watch from beginning to end because that lady was on there and she was a bad girl. I fell in love with her on that show. And I say every time I see her, I'm going to watch that show. And then I watched her on I want to say she was on Blind Spot. I
I think she
want I
was.
might have to double check that, but I want to say she joined the cast for a little while on Blind Spot. Don't quote me.
Um,
I'm gonna have to do my research.
She she
But
looks like the lady that did.
that heifer, I'm sorry, that's disrespectful. That
That's what
psychiatrist
I would say.
that psychiatrist did not stop. And that's what I love. When you feel a premonition or a notion about something, go ahead and follow that notion. And she did, and she got all the detail. But when that girl was in the, you know what? I really
When
thought
she
that
was in
girl,
that shower,
I really,
I thought Jane got her. I
I
thought
thought
Jane was
Jane
gonna
was in.
get
No, even before that final piece. What I'm saying is when she was in the, when she was like freaking out, thinking she heard stuff and all that kind of stuff, and she looked through the,
hmm
she
hmm
wiped the glass and everything like that. I was like, oh my God, Jane, why are you in this woman's house? But she did say, if anybody wants to kill Sinatra, or if anybody wants to get to Sinatra, you have to go through me. So I was
go
just
through
like,
me.
oh, okay. So
Yes,
she
but
got
check
her,
this out.
huh?
Yes, and the last thing, okay, and so she said that a while back, but then she said on tonight, she said, if you need me, she said something to the
I
fact,
can find you.
I
I'm
can
able to
find
find
you.
you. I was like, okay, this is not good. But whoa, did she get
Baby,
her? Did she get her? Did she
she get
get
her.
her or
Oh,
did
let me
she
tell
get
you,
her? Now,
baby, she
here's another
got.
question. Here's another question for our listeners. Here we go. Here we go, Kimmy Kim. And this is a question for
Okay,
you.
come on.
I've been waiting since the episode went off to ask you this question.
Uh-huh.
And I like getting you like this. I really do. I really do.
Oh
Because
my
it's
goodness.
television. I like getting you like this. You ready?
Okay, I'm ready.
Is Jane dead?
You know what? That helper better be, because I'm about sick of her. But you know what? It wouldn't surprise me if that heifer then healed up in 24 hours to come back with a vengeance. It
Well,
wouldn't, but
well,
I'm
well,
hoping
not
that
so
she
much,
is.
not so much healed by herself. I wouldn't be surprised if the psychiatrist pulls her out of the shower, you know, and then ties her up and nurses her wound so she could supposedly keep her eyes on her and keep her as and also to get information from her. Because remember she told Sinatra in their meeting that she was going to, I don't know, get information, find out what she's up to, whatever, whatever. And she was just like, whatever she said, she was just basically pulling her off her game, trying to pull her off her game. But yeah,
Yeah, she was real nonchalant with her.
yeah.
Just real, it's like whatever. But I don't know about that part. And see, that's the part we're going to wait and see because nursing her wounds, we're going to get the answers out of her. I just don't think she gonna get the answers out of Jane. If Jane survives this flesh wound, you know,
Mm-hmm.
I think it's really gonna make her angry, and you gonna see a more you. We think we see a cold side of Jane. I think we gonna see a side that we didn't see coming.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know about nursing her thing back. Now I could go as far as to say that no, I don't think she did.
Okay.
I think she just maybe passed out because she lost some blood. But no, mm-mm.
Okay.
But she got to do something with it. How is she going? How is the psychiatrist Gabrielle or whatever her name is? How she gonna play that off though? She can't just leave her there.
Mm.
She can't play that off because even when they killed the old president,
Well,
you know,
the biggest question is, what is Sinatra gonna do?
oh, 'cause
Because
that's
you
her
know she's
ace
gonna
right
be
there.
looking for her.
Yep, yep. That's why I say how she gonna play it off? Because right now she in shock, that she really did this, and she then fell down on the bed trying to gather her thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, come on now, come on. We ain't gather no thoughts. What you gonna do is make sure they help her dead
Right.
and go bury her somewhere in the backyard and act
Right.
like you ain't seen the
That's
girl.
what. That's what's up.
Okay,
That's what's up.
but if
Okay.
something, I'm telling you, if well, let me say this: if something do happen, where she doesn't survive. Sinatra coming from Gabriella, I'm gonna tell you that. Because
Well,
Gabriella, the psychiatrist, and already made threats. See,
at this point, I mean, so much took place tonight, and we still
it
skimming,
it is.
but it was a very good, it was a fruitful, full episode, and I loved it from beginning to end.
I did too, but I always say it's too short because just when you see something crazy, you fall back in the chair or you stand up or you're hollering at the TV, and then guess what? The show is off. Now this that's too much. I'm still wanting more, so that's how they get us. We want more. We got to wait another week to get more.
Well, let me say this as I hurry to a close. Um, so we're doing good on time, by the way. So next week is
Hmm.
season finale.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, I'm gonna
Oh
give you a
my
moment
goodness.
to take that in.
I'm gonna have to take me a couple of deep breaths. I can't. Because if they leave us with a cliffhanger, I'm gonna have to throw my shoe at that TV.
Or I
I,
would be
I,
nice if
I,
I would feel better if they gave us 10 episodes. Let's see. Paradise season 2. Let's see. Let's go to
how many
Wikipedia.
episodes it was?
Ooh. So
I don't see. I don't think it was
season
10.
1, season 1 had 8 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And next week will be episode 8.
Yeah, because we watched 7 tonight. Oh, goodness, goodness, goodness. And you said that's the season finale?
Here's what the summary says. Worlds collide. Time is of the essence for Xavier. Link and his team spring into action. Sinatra puts it all on the line. What that sound like to you?
Whew.
What that sound like to you?
Sounds like that sounds like a great show.
That sound like a season finale.
Yeah,
Now
that's a
it's like
great
they
show.
they taking all the strings and tying them up.
Mm-hmm.
So
But I'm gonna say this.
Xavier, Terry, and the team on the train make it to the bunker? That's number one.
I
N-
don't think so.
number two, will Link keep to his promise and blow up Sinatra's plan?
He'll try.
Will the president's son and John, is it Johnson?
Robinson.
Robinson, thank you. Robinson
Hmm.
and the creator, the scientist, will they actually get the doors to open and stay open?
I think they will.
Because I thought I
After
saw that tonight, and they kept going back and forth with the overrides, and this is not working, and this malfunctioning. I was just like, "Come on, y'all, get the doors open already."
I think they will probably do that. But for how long I don't know. But I think they will I think they're gonna do that. Those are I mean, they are three smart people that against whatever they laying down their little feelings towards Robinson just to like we gotta do this.
Okay,
So I
here's
think
another
that's
question
gonna
for you:
happen. That's gonna happen. Hmm.
will Xavier's daughter and Sinatra's daughter make it to the boyfriend and Robinson?
That's an F for me. If they get out, because right now they in the elevator, they're stuck because things are
Because
shut down.
the override. I forgot about that. Yes, thank you for
Yes,
bringing that up.
they are stuck in that elevator. So now I don't think their path is to go look for them. They were going when they going up to Sinatra's office. They were going somewhere.
Uh huh.
When they was coming out, they were well, either way they trying to figure out, trying to find some more evidence on Sinatra.
Okay.
That's what they are doing right now. They're not looking for those people that's trying to get out. So we'll see how that is right there. But um, yeah, that's all I can say. Your first two is a no for me. I don't think they're gonna make it in. They gotta get another. You know, with these kind of shows, just when they on their way, everything's good. Look like they almost there, and there's always gonna be something thrown in to distract or delay.
Hmm.
That's how they keep us. That's how they keep us in the show.
Well,
Something gonna take place.
well,
They gonna be trying to get there. They gonna get delayed. Uh, you know, Robinson and that crew. They gonna get the doors open. Um, it was one more you asked me. I said no.
the train.
No, I said that one.
Okay, so
No, I think it's gonna be a delay and something gonna happen. Even if the train stops working or
so
something, it's gonna be something.
you got Xavier's daughter and Sinatra's daughter situation. You got Xavier and Terry and the train situation. You got
Hmm.
Link and the revolt revolutionary people, and then so that's three. Then you got Sinatra and Alex. So that's four different things.
That's four different things. I do think Link and his crew are gonna make some type of impact.
Okay,
I think they're gonna get uh further down the road because I just feel that.
okay.
I just feel that. Sinatra gonna slip. She gonna take a slip. If she don't have Jane, we gotta figure out what that's gonna be. So who is her next ace in the hole? She don't have nobody else.
Right,
That would do anything for her. Kill, hide, steal, whatever. That's Jane.
right.
So it's time for Jane to be out the picture. It's time for that heifer to go. She done made a mark too long.
So what did I tell you? 3 seasons or 4 seasons? What did I tell you? They said.
I thought you told me 3 seasons.
Okay. Well, if it's 3 seasons, my question is, and I don't want you to answer this now. I want you to ponder. My question is, who will be serving Sinatra in season 3 if old girl is actually dead? Okay, that's it. We thank you all for listening
I'm finna
to
say something, but
a wonderful podcast of didn't think about that,
mm.
or think about it, whichever one you want. And we'll catch you next time. Oh, we definitely got to do the
Oh,
finale.
we definitely got it. Yeah, we got to do this finale because
And
this
we
is too good.
keep on listening.
Oh,
Adios.
adios.